Human beings are gullible. It's just part of human nature, and when they see something and they see it and they believe it once, it's hard to convince them that it isn't true. And that's like a psychological thing that, we've known about for decades, since, scientists have been studying the human mind. And now we live in a world where, like, Hollywood can take an actor like Kurt Russell, who's much older than me. They can take him and make him look like he's 20 years old. So with, computers, they can do almost anything and make it look real. There's a thing that's coming around, and they can do it right now. It just costs a whole lot of money, and that's called a deep fake, where they can make anybody say anything. And if there's material like me on the internet, like, they can just take me and put something out of me just saying ridiculous stuff that isn't true, and if somebody sees it, they're going to believe it. A lot of people will believe it. It's sort of true that people are gullible. They are gullible, and they'll believe it, and that they believe what they want to believe. And I see this a lot, and it's used in politics a lot, especially right now. And it's horrific that this happens, and I run into people that really buy into it. And it does seem like most of the fakes are from the side that's screaming fake, 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 and we know what side that is. And some of the propaganda that's put out, or a lot of it, is coming from other countries. There's other countries that produce these things for, a politician. And it's horrible. It's horrible. And unless you sort of like do your research and, you're going to believe Pizzagate, I had somebody not too long ago bring up Pizzagate to me, and I was looking at him like, you understand that wasn't real? There was no sense in even like arguing with the guy. The guy's head, he probably still thinks Pizzagate was real. There's people out there that saw the fake Michelle Obama, and they think Michelle Obama is a man. It's absurd. It's absurd. They're so convinced because they saw a video that was produced. Come on. You can make Kurt Russell look like he's, 20 years old. How hard is it to put, it's so stupid. People are just stupid. I mean, what am I going to say? They want to believe it. There's people that want to believe this stuff so bad. So bad. The whole conspiracy theory stuff. There's people that are so wrapped up into conspiracy, usually from one side, not the other. And they're really into it. So anything that, sort of pours gasoline on the fire and helps them think what they want to think is good. So I don't really know what the problem would be if Michelle Obama was a man. That doesn't seem like it would be a problem to me. But for a lot of people, that would be a problem. I don't care. Was she a good first lady? Yeah. But they see the video that's produced, most likely by a country, not even an entity that's in the United States, and then they believe it. And then it's spread around and around and around. We're going into a sort of this world now that is totally different, because instead of like just throwing stuff up on the wall and seeing what sticks, they're going to make fake videos of people and throw those up and see what sticks. It's really horrible. It's horrible. I just had somebody saying something about former vice president that it's clear that somebody made a compilation video and it makes him look a certain way, and it's clear that it is propaganda. It's propaganda. It's the guy off at a distance, and then they, it's easy. Let me tell you something real quick. It's easy to do audio. Audio's real easy because you have the words and then you can just put them together. That's super easy. So if you have somebody off at a distance, you can change what they're speaking. Real simple. And if you're so inclined to want to believe that, I just can't deal with you. Everybody should be looking at stuff on the internet with suspicion. And when you're talking about politics and things that are so important, you should at least do some legwork and not keep going to the site that's putting it out, or try and see if you can find original documentation, not stuff that's put out and you think is original, because it might not be original. It saddens me to think that people really want to believe this horrible stuff about people so bad. It does. Like, they have issues of their own, clearly. If, people are born a certain way, okay? People are born a certain way. But that flips out, certain people. Why, I don't know. It's like somebody's gender identity, sexual preference. That bums out people that have issues. It saddens me to think that's the world that we live in. But that's the world that we live in. That bothers somebody. It's not, are they a good person? That's not important to a lot of people. It's they're worried about their gender identity or the color of their skin. Is their hair curly or is it straight? Who cares? Who cares? I'm just saying that there's a lot of propaganda out there, and we're going to be seeing more coming up, and a lot of it is, it's fake. And I hate to use that term because we have somebody, and we have a politician that just says it about everything that isn't fake. But there are fakes made. That's why that politician talks about it. Because the fakes that are in his favor aren't fake, okay? And anything that's real, that's negative about him, that's fake. But that's not how it works. It saddened me today when somebody brought up one of these things that has been put out, and the guy really believes it. He really believes it, and that's just it. You can't argue with people about something that they really believe, and if they've seen it, what do you mean she's not a man? I saw it. You can make a movie like Avatar, but you see, something about a politician or something. No, that's got to be real. I mean, how gullible are you? That's the problem. And the other problem is this, is the average IQ is 100. And 100 is not that smart. It's not that smart. So you have everybody that has an average IQ or lower, they're probably going to get sucked into it. They're not going to be, thinking, well, is that really real? Let me do some research here and find out. And they're not going to, because and to be perfectly honest, there's people that doesn't matter. They might have 125 IQ. They want to believe it so bad. And they see it. There you go. That's it. I knew it. I knew she was a man. Like, they're so wrapped up in their own messed up mind that it's proof. It's proof. Let's create the division. I mean, what kind of rube believes everything that they see in 2020, where you can make they make movies that look so real but are so fake? Why do you think that they wouldn't be using that technology in politics? Ask yourself that. If they can make the Transformers movies look so fucking good, why wouldn't they make a politician look so bad?